Hey, Heart Nation. It's your host, Carla J of Carla's channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration. And I am the Queen of Inspiration. And today I have three exciting guests, and I can't wait to introduce you to them all. So, starting us off, we had this guest before. He was filled with fire. You all remember him, Wade Simmons, the many lives of Wade Simmons. He's a pro wrestler, funeral director, actor. Oh my goodness, right? Y'all remember him, right? He was spitting out some gems for us. And then now he's brought back two of his friends and colleagues. And we have Levi. Levi, raise your hand for us.
Hello, how y'all doing? All right.
Levi, pro wrestler, manager, pro wrestling manager, and actor. He's been a pro wrestler manager for over 10 years, and got some wins under his belt too, y'all, for his crew. And then he's also an actor. And then we have Jay Biv. They
How
hello.
y'all doing? How y'all doing?
He's a pro wrestler and he is an actor as well. I cannot wait to hear this story. So I got to give y'all proper introduction. And this is going to be rough on me. So y'all just bear with me. So no further ado, let's welcome to the stage Levi, J Biv, and Wade Simmons. Hey, fellas. Thanks again for joining. And to kick us off, Wade, I'm going to start with you. I want to just jump right into it. Why are you back on Carla's channel, and why did you want to bring your friends?
Well, I'm back again because first of all, I had a good time. But secondly, Levi is like my big brother. Jay Bibbs is more like my little brother. And it's a funny story how we met. Like, I've known Levi for almost 6 years now. We met training over at CSW. And then me and Jay Bibb, we actually met on the set of Chicago PD. And it's funny because I was praying, like, Lord, let me meet somebody that I can make a difference for and somebody that can make a difference for me. And then I was talking to another gentleman about pro wrestling and stuff. And then Jay Bibb came and had that good breakfast with us. And we got to talking about pro wrestling and found out we knew some of the same people.
Wow, that is awesome. I like how you said you prayed about it and asked God to give you somebody that aligns with what you were trying to do, your vision. But you said you all met at the CSW. What is that?
So me and Levi met at CSW, that's Chicago Style Wrestling. We trained under Boz. Levi was there a lot longer than I was, but we kind of, gravitated towards one another and just kept in contact. Like Levi, he's still more consistent with it. Me, I'm in the door sometime and out the door, just kind of all over the place. But me and Jay Bills, we actually met on the set of Chicago PD.
That is awesome. So what did you all play in the scene?
Well, we can't go. We want to be respectful. They don't want us to give out no details, but we was there.
Okay. We gotta wait for it, y'all. We gotta wait for it.
Spoilers, no spoilers.
That's right. No spoilers. No spoilers. So thank you, Wade, and thank you for bringing some guests. I love that. I'm so excited. And then Levi, let's start with you next. You met Wade. What was your first impression of him? How did all this go?
Well, my first impression of Wade was very calm, very peaceful. I mean, we just clicked. It's kind of like how they say two minds think alike, or how
Great
two people
minds
just
think
connect,
alike.
two vibes. Uh, we just vibe with each other. He's a good brother, and he's uh, to himself, and he's got that certain peace aura about himself, just like I do. And we both have goals and visions and stuff. So pretty much, we just kicked it off, and plus, we both into acting, and we like a lot of science fiction and stuff. He's a Star Wars fan, just like I am. So, we talk about that and TV shows and stuff. So, yeah,
That was good. Sometimes you meet
yeah,
somebody and you just click. You just
yeah,
kind of that connection. So that's what it
yeah,
sounds like you all had, and that's good.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
And then J Biv, you are in this group, but you're young. How did you meet these guys, and what was your impression of them?
See, Actually, I met Wade on, like you said, on Chicago PD not too long ago. It's about it was actually a week or two ago. And like he said, he prayed on it. I was right with him. I was praying on meeting somebody that was actually on the same type of thing I was on. And I was like, man, he talk about wrestling. Let me ask him some questions real quick. And he sure enough knew the answers. And I'm like, oh, so you know certain people that I know. And we just clicked off that. And this is my first time meeting Levi. So I've heard of Levi. I just never, I never came in contact with him until today. And I'm just like, okay, I'm actually honored. This is
Nice.
surprising to me.
What did you hear about him?
Yeah, I heard about his reputation when we were at when we was at the we filmed a couple weeks ago. Wade brought him up a couple of times, and I had already been hearing about him from other like wrestlers from different promotions. They would talk about him. They were giving him praise about a lot of stuff, and I was just like, oh, okay. I'm gonna have to see who this Levi guy is. Everybody's talking. They speaking nice about him, so I'm gonna have to invest and see who this is.
I like that. That's a good thing when your name is spoken in crowds in a good way. So that's good, Levi. Hats off to you for that. And J
Thank
Biv,
you.
I just want to let the audience know you are actually at the wrestling gym. I don't know what it's called, the wrestling gym right now. So we might hear some thumps and some thuds and
Yeah,
everything.
that was happening
It's
a
called
little bit
Training
earlier.
Academy.
It was happening earlier, but everybody's getting ready to leave now, so it's not gonna be too
Uh-oh.
loud now.
Oh, okay. You okay to stay?
I can see. I got a couple of more minutes. I can answer some
Okay.
questions.
We'll get you first. We'll go ahead and get you first. So, what
Okay.
got you into wrestling, Jay?
Honestly, looking at guys like Jeff Hardy, Charismatic Enigmas, Randy Orton, the Apex Predator, Sting, Icon, phenoms like Undertaker, electrifying people like The Rock, you name it. And then to see my big brother get into professional wrestling, it was like, yo, and I was doing acting at the time. I didn't even think, he would get into it. He got into wrestling at the same time I got into acting. So it was just like, whoa, this is kind of surprising. And to
Wow.
see him have his first match, it was like a dream true for the both of us. 'Cause I'm like, if you can do this, I can do this.
Mm.
So I ended up going to the show, and he was like, these are the coaches, and if you really want to take it serious, talk to the coaches. I talked to Shogun, I talked to Bugs Moran,
Mm.
and about a couple of, I could say, I waited a couple of months because I had to think about it for real.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, I came to practice. I took some time off before I actually really took it serious. But then as of this year, I took that's J.R. Lindsay in the background. Don't mind that. But so the was up for J.R. Shout out J.R. Lindsay, man. But he when he did that, I was like, okay. This year I started taking it real serious. I debuted at the Wrestle League Blow event. It was the Pride event, and then I officially made my debut in October on the 30th at the Halloween event, where I
Mm.
took on my brother's group, and it was me and my group, me and J.R. Lindsay's group versus my brother Leo and Joey Max group, and my group came out on top.
Bragging rights.
It was a crazy car ride home, believe it or not, because my mom, she was in the crowd, and when she seen what I did to him, I looked her in the eyes when I did what I did. It was just like, this is gonna be crazy.
Love that. That is such a fun story. Oh my goodness. How far apart are you all?
Huh?
What's your age difference?
Oh, I'm 25 and he's 29. I'm
Okay.
the baby.
Wow.
I'm the baby.
I love it. I love it. So I got so many questions for you, Jay. I gotta hurry up. So you said you were in acting before this. So you were a child actor, or what's that about? How did you get in that?
So you on the phone? I'm in a podcast. Oh, this is J.R. Lindsay, y'all. Shout out to J.R. Lindsay.
Hey,
Hold on to your game.
What's
going
happening?
on?
Make
What's
sure you
up?
preach the good gospel of J.R. For sure, man. I got you. But I started acting literally in 2021, 2022 when I came back to Chicago. And the first show I was on was The Shy. And I
oh,
started on season 6, episode 1. And from there, I stopped, and then I got back into it, and they brought me back for that second part of season 6, and then they brought me on for season 7. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to season 8. That's up to them. I'm just waiting on that call back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the Chi because that's my show too. I love the Chi and Chicago PD because we all Chicago, right? We got Chi-Town in the house. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm on the South Side.
Same.
West Side.
West Side.
South and West, actually, for me.
I love it. I love it. Well, Jay, thank you for sharing that with us. You know,
No problem.
we just wishing you all the success. Levi, so jumping back over to you. So I know you said that you're a pro wrestler manager and for about 10 years, and you got some wins under your belt. Tell us about that.
Well, I've helped guide one of the top guys that I manage, Lennox Leon. He's a veteran. He's been in the wrestling industry for a good amount of years. I helped him win a championship a few years ago.
All right.
At one of the Chicago indie promotions, and a couple other guys that I've worked with. I had a little stable for a minute, and it wasn't that long, but we had our little title run, and eventually we had to drop the belts and everything. So, but yeah, I've basically, guys like Lennox, I helped win a championship, and pretty much I've been doing it since 2015. So it's like what,
Nice.
10 years, going on 11 years, and
you wouldn't trade it. You wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Well, you know what? I like it because it's I like to talk. My gimmick or character is a heel, which is a villain. So I tend to get under people's skin. I have that, I guess, voice or that charisma that agitates people. So as a heel manager, that is your job to be the bad guy or to irritate people, or whatever the case is. It depends on how the way the person does it. And obviously I do it well because the heat that I get and the feedback it's something else. Some people, it's kind of like, they take it personal, and I kind of see what guys like Bobby the Brain Heenan and them went through back in the day. Bobby Heenan was a top heel manager. And
so this is a very real title. See, I don't know wrestling. So when you said people get under, like you the heel, I'm like, that's a metaphor, but that's actually a real title.
So to Levi's point, in wrestling, you have heels and you have face. So heel would be like the villain. Face would be like the good guy, like kind of like I don't know, like if you watch wrestling back in the day, like with Vince McMahon and The Rock and Stone Cold, it's like Vince McMahon was normally the heel, and The Rock was normally kind of like the face, and he went heel sometimes. So it's basically just, for lack of better terms, just hero and villain.
Think of Superman versus Lex Luthor. Okay, so I'm the Lex Luthor, and going well. I'm basically more like since I'm the manager, more the Lex Luthor. And for example, Wade is my client. I'm saying, hey, Wade, go after J Biv, do this and that to him, beat him up and, take the title from him, something like that. So, it's good versus bad. So the heel is the villain, the face is the good guy.
I think being healed actually is a lot more fun.
No. And the thing is that you can say things, just to be that presence that kind of just like, gets to people's feelings.
Is it of you? Are you in real life? Are you like good, like the face, like?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. In real life, I am a sweetheart. I am a gentleman. I'm a good guy. I'm a gentle giant. You know, um,
That's why you
it.
like that role so much as the heel, because this all the stuff you really want to say in real life. No, I'm just
You kind of have to channel that that aura, that energy, that spirit, that vibe. It's kind of like on the daytime Bruce Wayne, at nighttime a Batman. So, the real me is in the daytime. In the ring, it's a totally different person. But in real life, I'm a good guy. I'm a sweetheart. So, but to other people, when they see me in the ring, it kind of, they take it to heart. But it is what it is. So.
it's the culture, it's the wrestling culture. So the people in that culture understand it. But so thank you for explaining that, because I had no clue. I just look at it for entertainment.
We are all athletes / actors and actresses. So, we do go out there, we perform, we do get hurt, but at the same time, we're characters. So, it's like when you're doing a movie on set or whatever, you have to channel that character, that role that was fit for you. So we all got roles: manager role, heel or face, good guy, whatever, bad guy. So you got to channel that. So, yep.
Now, you made a very good point of being athletes as well, because actually I didn't know about the athletes part until one of my daughters, she is a pro basketball player. She was a pro basketball player. And when she came out of college, she actually got approached by someone in the wrestling world. I don't know who, none of that. But I just remember being like, what? Wrestling?
You know what? They're like WWE now, they're doing like these name and likeness deals with like a lot of the college athletes, because you do have to be an athlete. Because I remember like when I first started training, it took me back to when I wrestled in high school.
Okay.
We had to do like a lot of push-ups, a lot of running through the hallway. I remember we used to carry each other on the backs, and I know a brother was tired of wrestling practice.
But you know what? There's a lot of people that have backgrounds in football, basketball, wrestling, martial arts.
Wow.
So we all come from a background somewhere, and mainly nowadays, there's some football players, boxers but there's a lot of MMA guys that are in there. There's a lot of MMA guys, and MMA helps out with the wrestlers with the grappling, submission moves.
You can tell the people who wrestled like in high school or when they were young, because they're more like grappler technicians. Like with me, like one of my favorite moves is the German suplex. When I wrestled in high school, I went undefeated.
I love Levi, how you said earlier, you become these characters. So tell me about that part. When you become this character, do you practice that? I don't want to give away all the secrets of wrestling, but whatever you can say, do you practice being this character, or how does it go?
Okay, well, let me just enlighten you on something, Carla. Kayfabe is dead. Kayfabe was basically an old term in wrestling, separating, the reality from non-reality in wrestling. So that art is dead now. Everybody knows the secrets of wrestling, this and that, and then it doesn't help that we have the power of the internet and social media. So, to answer your question, do I have to prepare for these characters? Yes. Basically, I you have to know how you want to represent the gimmick, or character gimmick, same thing, but we call it gimmick in wrestling. The gimmick that you're going to display, you have to know how you going to display it. Sometimes you may have to practice maybe like an improv with somebody or
Mm,
whatever, or go, look at yourself in the mirror or record yourself,
mhm,
on promos talking, whether you're in your car, um, at your desk at work or whatever, and just make videos and play it back and stuff like that. So that's when the acting, you know, that's when the acting part comes in. So basically, those are the things that you have to do for that. And then if you are doing a character that you want to emulate or transition into wrestling from, say, a character from a movie, a
mm,
TV series, or whatever, but then you want to make it your own.
Yeah.
You know,
I played around with different concepts. I actually had one character that I debuted on the podcast. His name was Graham Gator. He was like a black swamp man. You get as creative as you want to be, like, and I think that's the one unique thing about wrestling. And I think that, like, part of being a wrestler to me is not just the athletic side, but it's the creative side.
mm.
And
that's
so
right.
to me, that's why, like, because when I came in the door, look, I had my theme music, everything ready. I'm like, I'm already ready, y'all. Look, I'm ready.
Yep.
Wow, you all are schooling me, and I'm sure our audience too. I would have never thought these things about wrestling, so I love it. I do know my grandson; he loves wrestling.
Yeah, but I did it more for fun. Like, I wasn't trying to, go to WWE or NXT and none of that. Like, I strictly did it because I was having fun with it. And so to me, it's something I've always appreciated. So I'm working on the documentary now. So I can't wait to put that Levi's in it, by the way, too. So
Oh,
it's gonna be
nice.
nice.
Yep.
Levi, I'll start with you. What would you say to someone who's interested in wrestling or never even thought that wrestling was an opportunity, like it was an alternative? What would you say to that young man or young woman out there?
Well, first of all, I would tell them to go on with the mindset of working hard, um, keep your head straight. You're going to have people that are going to like you, and you're going to have some people that don't like you. You're going to come across, you know, uh, jealousy.
Mm,
You're going to come across people that that do appreciate you. But if you do come across jealousy or distractions, uh, just overlook it. Keep your focus. The main thing is work hard. Um, know what you want out of it.
mm,
You know how you want to be represented in the ring and towards the crowd.
okay.
Know know your gimmick. Know the character that you're going to be uh, displaying. But just work hard, um, and don't give up at it. It's how bad you want it. It's all in the individual's heart. So
I like that. Is there good
yeah.
money in it?
It can be
Um,
depending on where you go.
there can be. There can be. And again, it goes back to how far
Mm,
you're willing to go with it, how bad that you want it. Meaning as you promoting yourself, working
mm.
hard, getting yourself noticed. Just put your mind to it.
And
Yeah.
Wade, same question for you, but with a different spin on it. So, someone they watching this show, they're like, I never thought about wrestling, but I am an athlete and I want to do something different. What would you say is the first thing that they should do?
I would say reach out to a local promotion. Because a lot of people look at dreams as being unreachable, but you have to bring your dreams within reach. Find goals that are reachable. Like, if you want to be a pro wrestler, find a local promotion, because almost every city pretty much has one, because all of the pro wrestlers that we know on TV, they all came from a city. And a lot of times, everybody's not living in LA or New York. You got people from here, Chicago, you got people from Missouri, you have people from Iowa. You have people from Florida, especially. So it's a big world out here. So somewhere in each of these states, there's somebody that was maybe in WWE or or NWA. And so, these are just individual people who pursued their dream and was blessed enough to do some big things. And a lot of times some of them are training the next generation of wrestlers. So a lot of times just find a local promotion. I mean, I think it's the best way to do it, because it helps you to gain access to the industry, helps you to make connections.
Yeah, the main thing is the network.
Absolutely.
Network with people. You never know who you may meet, or who can lead you into one direction, or where you can lead them into a direction.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, the main thing is promoting and network. You got to network. It's all in the heart. It's like the old saying. What do they say? Michael Jordan and them back in the day. Mike, why do you play this game so hard? Well, I got love for the game. So you gotta have that love in your heart for it.
Yeah, you gotta have love. You have to, and I tell everybody, do what you love and love what you do, because that is important, because everything you do, you're gonna have ups and downs, even if you have some rough days sometimes. But it's better, because think about it, if you're doing something you don't like and you having a rough time, that's even worse. So
people tell you what you can and cannot do. We live in a world nowadays where it's like, when people see you thriving or whatever, yeah, some people are rooting for you, but most of the time people ain't really cheering for you, so we have to, uplift and cheer for one another.
And Levi's right, because I remember when I first started, as Levi knows, when I started, there were a few other talented wrestlers that started, like when me and Jalen started. I know, like Bombshell Shelley, she started. I remember all of us was learning together, but she stuck with it. Now she's doing her thing in Florida and in Illinois. She's traveling the world doing her thing. But you know what? I'm happy for her.
Right.
And Levi knows some of our colleagues, they're wrestling on TV, and they, some of them are in AEW. And like, look, when I see them, I say, oh man, I'm proud of them, because I celebrate people. Like, to me, look, I put it like this: I don't hate on anybody. I'm happy for everybody, because look, at the end of the day, you don't know what people went through to get to where they were. And like I said, we've seen these individuals work hard, and maybe some of them didn't work hard. It ain't, that's not for me to say, but they stuck with it, And again, I understand, because sometimes some people don't work hard. But the thing is, whatever you want to do. I've been filmmaking for almost 9 years, and in my 9 years, this is like the first year that I actually got a chance to work on a bigger production. So, not that the other productions weren't great. Everything doesn't always happen overnight.
Right.
Sometimes you're not always going to get people recognize what you do. Because to me, if nobody don't recognize me, as long as Jesus do it, that's fine with me. But that I enjoy what I do. That's more important to me.
If I was a pro wrestler, what would be my gimmick?
I can actually see you being like kind of like on commentary.
Okay.
Yeah,
you would be like the good commentary, like kind of like cheering on the face, and
Besides that, I could see her as like, how can I put it? A valet. A valet, as in you'll be escorting the male wrestler, or maybe sometimes a female wrestler, and you will be that type of comedic type of valet. Because it's that aura that you have, that spirit about you, that I don't know, you just got that smile, that that look. It's kind of like I definitely don't see you as a heel.
Would I make up my own name, or somebody gives me a name?
You can do what you can. Well, because I mean, you got the Heart to Heart, so you can actually make a faction called Heart to Heart.
Oh, wow!
And you can actually be the leader, like with a group called Heart to Heart. And then, like, all of the characters have like the last name Hart in their name, kind of like a family type thing.
I like that.
Yeah. And then it's like you all are nice, but then when the bell goes off, you turn into a whole nother person.
So,
See,
all right, I think I got me a new career.
but see, that's the part to me about being involved with pro wrestling. That it's not just the athletic side, but it's the creativity that goes into it, because you can't have one without the other. Like, what makes pro wrestling very special is that the characters and the story that the people tell in the ring. And I think that's
the storytelling and characters.
Because like we grew up with watching guys like Chris Jericho, you know, CM Punk, MVP, even like Hulk Hogan and all them guys, right? Ric Flair and Brock Lesnar. But those guys had character, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them you love, some of them you hated. But it's like when you would see Brock Lesnar come out, you knew somebody was in trouble. Like, you knew that Brock Lesnar was just gonna destroy everybody. Like, you just couldn't wait to see Brock Lesnar go toe to toe. And when The Rock gets in the ring, you know the Rock is gonna make fun of somebody. He's gonna destroy them on the mic and things.
Stone Cold Steve Austin came out. You knew somebody was going to get whipped up. You know.
Yes, Stone Cold didn't play.
I love that. Those are names that I know. So to close us out, you all have given us some great nuggets, some words to live by. If someone is interested in wrestling, some things to do, like go to the local promotions and promoters and network, and then be confident. You know, don't get discouraged by the naysayers and things like that. Keep going and do your research. And, you know, if you have a passion for it, keep going. If you want to do it for a hobby, just do it for that, you know, whatever way you want to do it. So that's encouraging. It's been so great talking to you all. We're going to wrap up, and we want to save some for later. We got to have you all back on, just like Wade did. You brought some more people with you. Levi, come back again, bring some more people.
Be happy to, more than happy to come back anytime.
I really appreciate you for allowing me, Levi, and Jay Bills back on. And
thank you very much.
Look, we gotta give God the glory always, because if you promote God, He'll promote you. So, you know,
Amen.
I put it like this: it's not our own goodness, but we are thankful for every opportunity that we're given, and we're just honored to have been able to been a part of, you know, this great industry through the ups and downs of it. You know, again, nothing goes without trials and tribulations. But if it's something that you enjoy doing, you keep going. You know, if you give up, you don't know what's on the other side. So
I can't wait to see all of y'all on Chicago PD. I want to see the documentary with Levi in there as well. Thank you so much for coming. Heart Nation, take care of one another, and we will see you next week.
Y'all have a good one.